Hello everyone, welcome back to another stream, which I just yap like mad for the entire duration of it while I'm trying to get some stuff done. I just figured I'd try and get a little bit more done while I work on detailing a little bit, so we'll go ahead and post up the link, and also I'm just having a look at the casting page here at the same time as well. Okay, let's see. Just quickly putting all these links up. There we go. Okay, hi Sammy. What is this Dave's info? Wait, what? And before I find out I've like got the wrong thing on screen or whatever. Oh, I get you. I get you. I've been really slow though. I'm just like, do I what? It's... Before anyone asks, it's been great today. Everything's been a bit hot. It's doing another heatwave style thing in the UK at the moment, so I'm just like, trying to ride that out. Apart from that, no, it's all good. Just trying to work out some of the last sort of like things to do with the project before I get around to animating. Change pattern, come on. There, no. Try. There we go. That one doesn't look too bad. Convert. But yeah, we're so close to like having this portion of the ruins practically detailed, which is nice because then I can just get on to everything else. Because I have like my own plan for this update and how I'm gonna obviously do it compared to like previous updates. So it's like, okay, let's just see what happens, and then if I get closer and closer and closer, and I can still have a little bit of dev time, that'd be nice. Like, there's no sort of like set deadline for me at the moment, which is great. It's just one of those things where it's just like I've got a ton of ideas in my head for what I could and couldn't do with it, and I'm like, maybe I can try and do this, you know, before hitting any sort of like time where I'll be like, you know what, maybe it's round about now is a good time to drop the update, you know. I'm debating on not whether dress line would wear heels or flats. Ooh. They already 70s style loafers for the first outfit. I'd say go with what your gut feeling is, Sammy, because either way it's going to help Ash when it comes to modeling. Because Dress Lion's whole character seems to be trying to copy Metaton. So, yeah, Dress Lion is the character that you meet just before Metaton that's kind of like going crazy over Metaton, and then later on you come back and are in Metaton's dress. So I'd say because the Metaton model has high heels, totally give him high heels. No. Oh. It's gonna actually be cool to animate that model now we got it actually done. You know, because I spent like a while with Dusk working on it. Hey Swoop! Kitten heels it is. How you doing, Swoop? Just trying to look in through it. So what I did was, since you may or may not have seen me working on this section before, I had a bit of a freak out where I was like, okay, what do I do for the last two rooms? But before we reach that, it's like I'm making a cutoff point about here so that we don't actually see back into this area, so that it gives me opportunity to save on frame rate. And then through here we got downstairs. This is going to be a smaller area with the mouse bit. I need to actually make that a damaged pillar like these ones. And then we've got the little altars for candles either side. Then we've got the spider area in here, which I need to do next. I need to do the stairs better than this. This is just like a block out of how big they need to be. And then in here I've got these walls set up, the big ones with the arches in, because they look cool. I thought I'd throw them in again. And then as we get into the room where you can fall down a lot, let's see. I have the best argument. Why do Gaster in this way? What? How's this run slow? I have no clue. It's when it's like this, I don't need to run on save frames, you know, for like grayscale. But when it's got textures and shaders and everything on, because I'm not using a texture atlas, and because of the way that Blender handles lighting apparently in everything above 4.2 for Eevee, which is the real-time render engine, what ends up happening is it's more expensive the more light you have on screen. So I'm having to kind of try and work my way around things. And I think that's where the frame rate is dipping slightly, is expensive or slightly expensive materials for like the water and stuff, and then just how many lights are in a scene. Will Frisk be able to talk? Yes. Cycles is better. Yeah, it's the whole thing of like, I've seen people working with cycles and it looks good. The only thing is like it takes forever to render, and I don't want to take forever to render when I'm working like this. So it's like I don't have the patience for cycles. I really don't. I was going to go to the spider area. Yeah, Frisk is done in such a way in terms of designing the voiceover bits, where I more or less just let Wally, the voice actress, I just let her more or less kind of figure out what she would want to say, and then I go like middle ground basically, so that it doesn't seem too crazy or weird from what people would expect. It's a collaboration sort of thing for Frisk, but it's not bad. We always kind of come up with something that's either fun or, like with Toriel's bit where Frisk fights Toriel, it's like a little bit of fun up until then, and then there's a lot of like emotional bit there. You know, so it's I do like it. It's a really interesting way to work it. And then I've got to do my lines eventually. I have to do that eventually after I've done everything else. Let's see. Dude, Sheen is only good for art, I swear, because I find exactly where I need reference-wise. UE5 Lumen mugs. I've been looking more at like Unreal Engine 5 videos specifically for the critique of it and people using it, and it's a lot of stuff like nobody can optimize it, nobody's optimized it yet, and it's so awkward to work with. It gives you like blurry visuals and other things. I'm not going to go into it too much because obviously I don't use UE5, so I can't comment too much on that, but the critique of it at least makes me wonder why Epic didn't do more to fix issues seemingly that they didn't have in UE4. You know. Let's just, because to be fair, I want to use UE4 again at some point, because UE4 is just fun. Like when you get it down in terms of like what you actually want to develop, UE4 is pretty fun. Ooh. Let's do that there. Let's see. Hey John. Hey Lucky. Nice to see you. I'm gonna be doing I'm literally gonna be doing a Gundam stream after this. So like I'll be doing this for a little bit, just getting some of these details done while also drinking, and then I'm gonna be doing Gundam for the rest of the night. This is not meant to pressure you, but I'm still waiting for the day when you play Deltarune again. Oh yeah, because of me saying that, I need to. Like, I'll do you a solid, right? What I'll do is, because of where I'm up to with the project at the moment, once I get this section done, like this section textured, materials and everything else, I'll take a break to go on Deltarune and I'll catch up with everything. Because I'm finding it increasingly awkward to try and get round spoilers. It's like the other night I'm talking to people that I know in the Undernet hub, and I'm just like, oh hey guys, how's things going? Somebody comes out of nowhere and is all like, so Deltarune, and then starts like talking about spoilers. I literally had to hit Alt F4 so fast. I was just like, oh my god. So yeah, I am narrowly avoiding spoilers at the moment. The only couple of things, again, that have potential spoilers with them, but I don't know the context behind. So technically, I could say that I've avoided Tenor because of Tenor's model being everywhere in the Undernet hub, seemingly. That was like the first one that got mass-produced, I think. And then one of the other secret bosses of which I showed off in one of our last updates. You probably know who I mean. I don't want to say that just in case. But he is very important. So yeah. That's I'm only just managing to stay out of spoiler territory. You could say like, oh well, you've already had that reveal spoiled, and it's like, no, because I don't know the context in which the character turns up or what the whole scenario is. So yeah. Let's see. Sounds good to me. It'll be probably better due to the amount of spoilers on the internet. Hey Sky. Yeah, I can't wait because, like, for instance, now the reason why I'm doing the stream now is to try and get caught up with everything, you know. So like, doing this and getting all these details done for like these rooms. Once I've done like this section with lights and textures and everything, which will probably be, I'm gonna say maybe another month maximum, depending, probably about then. Once that's done, then I'll go on it, because that's like a realistic time frame based off me taking an entire week for certain sections, although I don't think it will need it. Because before I needed those like individual weeks to design these rooms, and then one night would be spent doing textures and then the brickwork and everything. Other bits can speed up over time, so it's not too bad. And because I've got a lot of the assets like borrowed from other rooms, just repurposed in different areas, it's not too bad either. It's just before I was having large problems with how I would make it look. And I'm going over stuff in my head as I was developing things, and I'm like, this is really slowing stuff down, you know. Let's see. Lucky says Unreal games are great for realistic, uncanny games become unintentionally funny. Let's see. I'm gonna have a look now. Man, I love how in Deltarune there are things and stuff, says Sky. Um, Average says the Homestruck trailer animated pilot dropped while I was playing BF6. I'm collectively, well, I'm watching the internet collectively like freak out over Homestuck at the moment. Um, I remember when that originally came out. I never got into it, but like I remember seeing so many people cosplaying as Homestuck characters. So at the moment, the crazy thing seems to be just everybody complaining that that Vivzipop is doing it. But it's like Toby's lending his voice to it. That's interesting. So I guess we'll see how that goes. I'm not gonna like go super critical on it. It's just it's gonna be interesting to see how it actually turns out. You know. Let's see. Trying to get these. Dude, this is. Let's see. Did VAC help finding more volunteers? It did a couple, Lucky. But I'm probably at this rate gonna end up with the people that I am thinking of casting, either them doing multiple roles or I'll get more people to potentially do roles similar to how we originally did it, where multiple people have like 2 or more roles, because I need that at the moment. Like I'm not gonna say it's going bad, but it's definitely getting me worried if I'm not getting like people offering voices for like certain characters that I really need, especially like early on. Like some of them I've got or I've got on the cards, and I'm like, okay, because I've got a list of like people who I want. It's just like, oh, okay, this is cool. It's just a case of like seeing what happens now. I have no clue why this is doing detailing like this, but it's kind of annoying me. Can I just... Are we good here? Can we try not to do anything that looks amazingly repetitive, but at the same time it's like, dude, come on. I don't know why it's doing this with this this setup. Because normally Voronoi 1 is like super simple to do. Let's do scale. And then just go damage 20? No, it's got to be like 15 maybe. And then noise 1.4, and then I'll also check out what people have been saying as well. Let's change this up a little bit. Trying to get this just right. I want it to be like chipped away, not tons of damage. Luckily for me though, this thing can randomly generate stuff. I'll just have to go with that and see what happens. Right, let's see. YouTube ads are trying to indoctrinate me into Christianity, says Sammy. Yeah, Battlefield stopped me completely from playing it. On the PlayStation, it turned around and said I don't have an EA account. And I was like, I can't be fussed trying to set up an EA account or whatever. I'm just going to leave that. On the PC, it did the whole thing of, yeah, you need to be in safe boot or whatever it is, secure boot. And I'm just like, I am not messing around with my computer, especially because of the project and everything. So that was a no-go. You know, so I ended up missing out on that. I'll probably miss out on the next wave of gameplay as well. It's just like, even though I really want to play it, you know, because everyone else looks like they're having a load of fun, it's like, dude, I have a lot of stuff to do right now. So Battlefield, if I don't get to play it, it's no big deal. Especially because I don't have the money anyway to play it. As usual, I don't have the money for anything. We're literally, like, really, really cutting it close to nothing at the moment, so it's one of those things where I'm just going to have to, like, forfeit. I don't mind. I've got Deltarune that I can play eventually. I'm playing like the demos for that again, so that's not too bad. So we'll eventually get around to playing it somehow. Let's do. We go 11. Oh, it's not too bad there. I'll catch up with people's messages again in a moment. Trying to see. That one doesn't seem too bad. I'll go with that. Trying to get all these little details done, and then I have to decimate them later on. Let's see. I can consider voice changing software weak and cowardly. Says, oh, let's see. I've got to go back here. Soup says, take your time. Don't let my idea get to you so much that you can't take it away. It's fine. It's fine. I tried finding God Wants His Sky, but then he hit me with a can of pepper spray. Moody, make immersion stuck. No, you can't just slap immersion on the front of everything and away we go. That's not how this works. Oh, YouTube priest is gonna drown Sammy in holy water, says Lucky. Are voice changing effects allowed on the casting call website? They are allowed. At the moment, I'm just taking like whatever sounds good. I do not mind voice changing, or at least altering, like for instance, say the spooky style sounds for say like the river person. You know, that's an obvious one that people will go to, or that I'll end up using myself anyway to enhance the river person's voice for whoever gets that. So it's like, yeah, I don't mind stuff like that. I know some people might not like it, but it's like, there are some instances where it's not good, and there are other instances where it's okay. It tends to be like depending on how the overall lines sound. Because like for instance, I've already had lines that sound absolutely terrible because people just read them, you know. They don't put any like emotion or anything else in it, and then of course we've gone through previously the whole thing about forcing lines, which never sounds too good. You know, there's always like issues where things would be much better if, you know, they were done naturally. So it's a case of me kind of seeing what happens and just going from there. But we got a huge supply of people like going for stuff at the moment. Like, let me check the casting call website, and then I'll check the chat as well. Oh, there's somebody else that's done River Person lines. River Person's very popular for lines at the moment. Like, let's have a look here. Have I got 60 submissions on casting's website. The thing is, at the moment, like, I'm looking down, and some of them have like maybe one or no people going for them, even though I really need them. So like Fish Receptionist has one, but I'm after something that sounds a little bit more kind of mature a little bit. So it's like, nah, that's not gonna happen. And then like some of the other ones, you imagine like, say for instance, Whimsum or Whimsalot, like mainly Whimsum being very meek. Nobody's really given me meek on it, but I'm like, maybe I can take people that have applied and tell them exactly what I want and see what happens. So, oh, let's see. Somebody's just messaged me then. I put Mew Mew up there as well, because Mew Mew was an internal role for ages. And then recently I've just been like, we need as many people to get these filled. So Mew Mew is still being done internally as well. But it's the whole thing of I'm offering that role up to just anyone that sounds, you know, the parts. So let's see. Do you want me to potentially scout for active, reliable people on other projects? Yeah. Like, by all means, if we can get people on that are reliable and can actually do the stuff, then yeah. Average. Do we know if Ash is awake? Um, you could normally just DM Ash or tag them, and they should be fine. I think. Immersion. I tried voicing the river person. I tried to make my voice sound deep and soothing. Believe me, says Swoop. Not deep as just soothing. There's this guy called Sundance who's voiced every character. Yeah, Sundance has done quite a lot. Oh, hey, Toby. Hey again, Toby. Miku say, I can do, says Sammy. By all means, again, just don't limit yourself to the characters that you're favorite with, you know. So, like, for instance, if I was gonna go for, like, any characters, obviously I'm gonna pick my favorites first, but after that, please, for the sake of me actually just having people to fill the roles, like I've said before, feel free to go for as many as possible. Just remember what the characteristics for the characters are. Normally, you can tell easily by either just playing Undertale or looking back at the wiki. And then just go for the other ones just to see, because I need as many of these filled as possible. Just to make it easy so that I'm not, like, worrying or giving, like, one person 6 roles or something. You know, because we did that with Z. Z already took, like, Monster Kid, Undyne, Toriel, and Muffet. And then I think she's done Cinnamon as well. You know, the rabbit from Snowden. That's like 5 roles for one person. That's a lot, but of course, they did actually say they were fine with that. Otherwise, I wouldn't have given that many to begin with. But yeah, I don't want to be overloading people. I just want to make this easy and fun for everyone, you know. While also actually fulfilling the quota of characters that need to be done. And not have people going like, dude, it's all your fault because you put in extra characters in. It's like, but it's by design. So yeah, don't overload yourself, but definitely let's just see how many we can get done, so that when it comes down to it, we can get the underground looking as full as possible. I'm actually Sebastian Wolf now. Hand over your music. Also, for future reference, I have no clue what's going to happen to YouTube tomorrow. There have been rumors that the new age verification will only affect people in America. I'm not so sure that that's going to be a definite thing, but that's going to suck. That might kill off quite a lot of the audience. If it hits me, there's no way I'm verifying my my ID on YouTube again at the moment, so that looks like that might kill the channel. You know, so even though they have my details and my card details to pay me money, of which they do on a rare basis because of them requiring you to get to a certain amount before you can actually get paid. Yeah, it's gonna suck. It's gonna suck. And for anyone that doesn't make it back, you know, like, isn't able to get into streams or whatever, I'll still keep posting updates in the usual locations, that being my private Discord, the Immersiontale staff Discord, the Undernet Hub, the Dorks Discord, and then on top of that, I'll be posting on Blue Sky and Twitter still. So, you will be able to see updates still. That's not too bad. I'm just going to have to plan in advance like, other stuff, because this entire situation is so stupid, and I hate every part of what's going on with the internet right now. You know, It's meant to be a free and fair place where you can pick up any information you want, and instead it's being locked down by people who clearly don't know what the hell they're doing, or rather do, and want to take most of the power for themselves. You know, so I just want to say I would absolutely die for Undertale and Deltarune. I love them so much, says Froop. It's just I would hate to think that the entire project gets screwed over because of basically a bunch of boomers or worse that don't know what they're doing to the internet, or rather do know what they're doing and they're doing it deliberately because everybody else is talking and they don't like talk. That's what it comes down to. No, it's crappy times that we live in where you take what you have for granted for so long, and then somebody comes along and goes, you know what? Be a shame if you just could, you know, enjoy that. So we'll make it so you enjoy that less. Oh, thanks for that. Because you just know what's gonna happen. Like, as a mini rant here, what's gonna happen is people are gonna put their IDs online. Then their IDs are gonna get hacked by multiple different sources. And then next thing you know, all your private details are literally up on different websites for blackmail purposes. You know, or to sell to the highest bidder. It's like, dude, excuse me, I didn't ask for this. I just wanted to verify my age so I could watch YouTube videos. Because the stupid one at the moment is YouTube being like, our AI will judge how old you are based on your viewing habits. It's like, well, that doesn't take into consideration the whole thing of like, I like watching stuff about video games that I used to play or that I want to play. I like watching anime because anime is not specifically for kids or teens. You know, there's some really adult anime. It's the same with like cartoons. I wouldn't class South Park as a cartoon for kids, but because it's a cartoon, immediately, you know, you start thinking, oh, kids. You know, there's other people that will watch like different channels for, say, like model kits or whatever. Like, for instance, I do a lot of content for Gundam. Somebody might consider that a kid's thing, and it's like, yeah, no, that's really not a kid's thing. So that on its own is annoying. This isn't even getting into the whole thing of, well, what happens if you get nostalgia and just decide you want to watch something from like your childhood? Well, then immediately you're screwed there. You know. So, sucks. The entire thing sucks. It doesn't take into consideration a lot of things. A lot of people are about to get screwed over. And, yeah. Oh, you didn't do anything wrong, Swoop. But yeah, rant over. I just feel sorry for everyone right now that's in the same situation. Here we go. So this room gave me a bit of a problem because I was trying to figure out how much detail I should go into with it. And I figured, just as a joke, I'm going to include one room down there to fall into. And then the rest I'm just going to skip after that scene and just go forwards. So it's going to be okay. I don't need to do like every single like bottomless pit in here and then detail it and put lights in. So Sammy says, I can understand the reasoning of or why they're doing it, but to this extent, the AI still thinks I'm a dude, says Sammy. See, the whole thing is they try and justify it by saying like, oh, it's to protect kids. But the funny thing is, they've had years to do this to protect kids, and it's only now that they're implementing it all together at the same time, more or less, within, say, like, a week of each other. You got like different countries being like, oh, okay, we're gonna do this because we need to protect the kids. That's totally not what it's about, you know. If they were really in it for protecting kids from harmful content, they would have done that or started doing that years ago, instead of waiting till now. You know, like the entire premise of like, oh, it's for kids. Nah, not believable enough. You know. Oh, can I just... Gender is a performance in today's show is cancelled, says Sammy. Just something I want to say. For every chapter that releases for Deltarune, I draw posters on paper. Chapter 4 is still in progress. Ooh, nice. By the way, Swoop, thank you again for drawing the piece for Immersiontale's Ruins. It was really nice. I really like that. I might put it in the new update, along with some of the other fan art that I've got. Oh, can I just trying to punch through these walls here? Anything to keep you going? I mean, I'll keep going as long as the internet allows me to keep going, you know. As long as the internet allows me to keep going and doesn't block me from showing everybody at the end of the day, because that would just suck. You do like this massive project, you work on it for years, and then they're just like, you know what, you can't show that. No, that would be really, really bad. Let's see. Let's go this way. You'll see what I'm doing in a moment here, because it's like all these loop cuts are deliberately there to punch out holes in the walls here. And then the entirety of the downstairs section can be added in. I guess I don't want you to be stressed. No, that's fair. That's fair. I don't think anybody wants to be stressed when they do this kind of thing anyway. The only stress that I have at the moment is from like trying to make sure that all the voices are done. But apart from that, no. Voicing John Egg, but for what is definitely not my second time as a blast, says Toby. It's gonna be fun, cause like, the thing is, I obviously don't want to spoil this update, but there were multiple things I've been thinking of recently with like what I could do, because I want this update to be bigger than the previous ones, and there's only a couple of ways that I can do that, and it's like, oh, okay, so the stakes are about to get really interesting in terms of the next update. But yeah, I want everything to be really good, so that then when it comes down to it, people really enjoy it. Because the previous update, the core one, was gigantic, and I said for that I was already putting every little trick and stuff that I've got into the update. And then, of course, that was fun. I'm like, how do I go bigger than that? There's only a couple of ways. So I'm like, oh no, at the moment. I really want to stay with you, but my eyes are getting heavy. Good night, everyone, says Swoop. Thank you very much, Swoop. Hey, Alvin. The back rooms is kind of like Undertale. A person falls down into a place that's got a lot of monsters. Immersion rooms when? See you next time, Swoop. Hopefully. I say hopefully because of the whole thing that I just talked about, you know, with the internet. But yeah. I like seeing people come back because it's just nice, you know. You get friendly with so many different people. It's like, okay, familiar faces. This is very nice. I just do that and then see how that looks. Because if this is all good, then I only really need to do the detailing in the last room. And then do the floors, the roof, and then slowly start picking at everything. See, there we go. That's That's kind of what I wanted. Yep. Does it matter that those are reused and that they cut off there? Because we're not going to see that for every single thing. Because the actual full one has the entire staircase going down there. The tutorial again. This room I tried to make a bit more interesting by having more of the pillars just like broken off and on the floor, so that's cool. And then we've got the 2 spike traps, and then we've got the cut-off point, which is here. So I just need to finish detailing that room. Have I done the spider one? I think I did. Yeah, the spider one's gonna have like, I'm trying to think about it now. I might have to go back to candles in here, because if I do open torches, you know, like ones that hang off the wall in a spider area, that's not gonna look good, because they're not gonna like that because of fire. No, I don't think spiders would willingly hang around somewhere like that. I've also got to do that river section there. Let's try this. If I just save that for a moment, let me just, where's the, there it is. There's always one random default cube just floating around that I can use. Oh, come on now. Whole idea is to try and get that to scale with the other roof beams here. And then what I can do is I can just take that and do this. I still actually need to decimate the rest of the beams as well. That's another job for me to do. Because I'm already hitting like 2 million edges. I will not be hitting that by the end of it, but I just need to detail the stuff that we're gonna potentially be seeing. So it's like with that around that corner there, and then it's only really this wall in front. That's not too bad. And then once I've done that, then I'll swap over and do my Gundam stream. So if I do that, and then go Gundam, yeah, I'll be playing Gundam Breaker 3 Breaker Edition. Right, I reckon that'll be good enough there, and then we can just make damage. $18. There we go. Let's, because I can easily decimate all of these later on to make them a little bit lower poly. Let's try to get like a decent pattern here, because some of these look bad. Let's try 16, 14. Technically, you could argue I don't need to do these because nobody's going to see them in the ceiling, but just in case, might as well. Like with that one there. Let's go 12 for that, or is it 16? And then change the pattern. I want something that you can see potentially from like there, just in case. Because if the light bounces off it, then you're going to be able to see it. So something like that. Something like that'll be good. If Vivzy ends up writing the Homestuck series, I'll probably die on the spot, says Average. Oh. It's going to be interesting to see what happens with that. Like, the thing is, I'm not like a hater of Vivzy's other work, like Has Been or Helliver. I don't actually mind them. I started watching more of Glitch's stuff, though, like, obviously, there's Digital Circus, and then on top of that, there's Gaslight District, which is fun. Let's see, yep, that's correct. Oh. Thing is, I think I own some merch from Helliver as well. It's either Helliver or Has Been. Cause I swear I got pins. I think it was the holographic pins for Moxie and Blitz, I think, or Stolas. I'll have to look because I can't remember. They're in storage somewhere. I can't remember where that even is now because I had them on my desk previously. I'll have to find them. Let's just see. If I put them there. Actually, no, I could just. Yeah, I'm like, I want that to be interesting, so let's try. This Helliverse, which is cringe. Ah! I actually don't mind them, say. Like, people say stuff's cringe, and I'm just like, nah. I think people just like mainly using the, the word cringe a lot anyway. It's like, I know genuinely that there will be decent critique, that actually goes into why Vivzy's stuff isn't the best. I know the obvious one is people always aim for the whole thing of, oh, swearing, and everything. Let me be as tribalistic as I need to be. No. There we go. So I do that. That's not too bad. And then I can stick the Delta room there as well. Have I got that room? Have we still got... Yes, we do. So if I stick the Delta room there, that's going to be nice. Copy that. Rotate it. I love the way you can see where I'm just like, oh, it's the cut-off point there. And once I've got rid of all of that and then, like, done these other rooms, it should be good. But yeah, once I get this other detail in place, then we should be good. Let's see what this is compared to tutorial. Okay, that's not bad. And then later on I can do like the in-between rooms. I don't see how people can just blatantly hate on Vivzy, says Sammy. Yeah, I don't quite get that either. People just seem to do it for the sake of it. Just for bandwagoning, more or less. Let's do that and see whether that looks okay. If I put that, maybe like... there, like that. Then what's going to happen is the light's going to hit that and it's going to stand out. And that's going to cut off there as well, so those are going to go down. the spikes either side, and then we're gonna move into there, and then it's gonna cut off, and then immediately we'll be seen walking into Toriel's front yard, more or less. So the only thing that I really need here now is the stairs, and then each of the connecting rooms, and then of course the top bits for each area. And I just realized then I need those details done there. So it's connecting chamber, hallway kind of things, and then after that, pretty much done. Just make that, and then we just go 20. Change pattern. There we go. That's not too bad. I just need to. Dress Lion is giving me Cinderella vibes. Sorry. It's gonna be interesting because I don't think I've seen Dress Lion in 3D before. Like, nobody has bothered to do them, which kind of sucks for Dress Lion, you know. So you'd think that a character like that would have more representation, but apparently not. And then when you bring up the character in conversation, people are like, who the heck is Dress Lion? You know, it's like one of the characters in Hotland that just before Metaton. You know. Poor Dress Lion. Let's go and make this tunnel here. And then for this, we'll drop that to about there. Loop cut and slide the center, and then we'll bevel it. Just need it to be about there. Ah, there's the problem. It's not in the right position. That needs to be slightly over. It needs to be about there. Right? And then what we do is we just take both ends, bring them in like this. So they're roughly about there. Bring that in, so it doesn't go outside of the limits. And then I only need, I think it's either 2 or maybe 3. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Let's, oh, there we go. Try that. And then we'll just go like this. Scale up to about there. Come down slightly and go out there. And then if I do that there, move that downwards a little bit and then do smooth shading on that, that should look fine. If I do smooth now, face shade smooth. Hey, there we go. That'll work. I just hope I can make the 3 hardcore Dress Lion fans happy, says Sammy. That's the fun thing about this, you know, it's like getting all the characters in there are so many people that are just like, who's this character again? It's like, please, I hope the people that actually like this character will like the effort that's gone in to getting these characters like fully 3D and then voiced on top of that and then animated. You know. Let's see here. I need that one over here. Put that about there. And then just gonna block that in there. Just double check that. Yep, that's good. I like that little way of doing that though. It's so cheap and easy. Just bump bump. It's like all the rooms, all these rooms are so cheap and easy to connect together. This one's gonna be easy once I've done the floor and then the stairs there. So the stairs are like a major asset that I need to do there. I need to connect that last one and then we're good. Hey Lucy! How you doing? Just doing a little bit more on this and then I'll be doing Gundam. Oh, let's see. Can I... How about you? I'm doing alright. It's a bit hot, but I'm doing alright. Just talking about bringing the characters to life and hopefully people will enjoy the ones that we spent extra time trying to get done as accurately as possible. I'm going to game dev for now. Maybe I'll come back for the Gundam stream, says Average. Thank you very much. See you later, Average. And then we got the final tunnel here. Which is this one, and then I just take that and we'll just shrink that. And then again, that's probably just going to need a little bit more extending there. But everything around there is done. The main parts now are textures, scenery, and by scenery I mean like little rocks and things and torches, lights, and the odd bit of things here. Like I want to do those stairs before I come off. I'll do like the stairs, and then we'll call it, because then it'll have been like an hour stream roughly. I hope you guys are enjoying the look of this so far, because like, no joke, it's so good with the like all the new stuff in, like the entire new look. And then, like, all of the textures in is just so good. Thing is, I just hope it doesn't, like, completely lag out like mad here. What I need to do for that bit is bring out this section either side. And then we'll work that into everything. So if I just do that now, right, then I can just separate it from that one. Delete that one, so we still got a copy of it. The reason why I did that is just so I can get these two either side. And the idea is I can then do the same trick for this, where I just bridge it, and then basically bring it into completely nowhere, and then bevel it, and it should, after that, fit quite nicely. A lot of Deltarune cosplayers on Sunday. Oh god, spoilers! I'm messing. Again, I can't wait to play that after I'm done with this section. Because then after I'm done with that, and then I can come back to this and... oh, excuse me. Do the basement and outside of tutorials. And then I'm done. Yeah, I've still got a little bit of a cold at the moment, so I'm just like, ugh. This week's going to be fun as well, because there's Undernet stuff going on. Like, there's Underfest for the summer, which I normally film anyway. So that's just like, if anybody's familiar with Splatoon, it's just that, but for Undernet people. That's going to be crazy, because I'm going to have to, like, be in that. Speaking of, did I have, like, something that was going on tonight, or... Just give me a sec. Events happening now. Yeah, there's... Oh, in 35 minutes? Are you kidding me? I don't even know what that is. Dude. Let's see what this is, because I need to check it out just real quick. There's like some weird game thing that I've got to check out, and I don't know what it is, and I'm just like, oh no, I don't want to miss out. But also, I do actually want to do my Gundam stream. That moment where you want to do like 50 million things. I need multiple clones. I've said this so many times now, it's like I need clones. I'll look after Rachel, and the clones can do like my YouTube channel and everything else for me. That would be great. Then I get the best job. Oh. Can I shade smooth here? And then I'm just gonna smooth by angle. That works there pretty nicely. I just need to actually link that back in later. So that's gonna work. Never played Splatoon. It's interesting. So just let me check this world in VR. Oh, Japanese shrine. I think I've got that one already. I'm just gonna save that one. Oh no, it's already on favorites, so it's just been updated. Okay, that's cool. Right, let's see. Tombo Battlefield. Let's. Dude, I can't even find this thing. Instead, I just found something from Halo Reach. I don't think that's right. Let's see, let's just try Tombo then. Nothing. Nothing in Worlds for it, seemingly. Why can't I find anything about that? It's Josh that's doing it as well. Should just turn around to Josh and be like, what the hell is this? I'm already doing a running gag with him that I've completely trashed like a couple of ovens that he's given me this year because of me cooking so hard. Oh. Yeah, you did hear the VR chat opening sound. I was using it in the background just to see what was going on. Yeah, the joke with me and Josh from the Undernet at the moment is that I borrowed one of his cookers or an oven, and went so hard with all the details for Immersiontale that I actually broke the oven. So so yeah. And then I broke another one as well, which was amusing because it had him going, dude, what the heck are you using these ovens for? And I'm like, I may or may not be going really hard at this right now. You know. Oh, can I just hide all of this? Just hide. Right, there's where I want it to be. Wait, broke the oven? Walked away for a second. Yeah, sorry, it's a joke between me and one of the other creators from the Undernet Hub. Basically, it's I occasionally poke at him because he's British, so I'm like, hello, fellow British person. We make fun of each other a little bit while also working on content and stuff. But recently, I like in the last update that I posted, the core update, Josh was in the crowd and was like, dude, Dave's cooking like mad right now. And then after that, I turned around and did this update. And, or it said that I was going to be working on this update. And Josh is like, dude, are you kidding me? You know, like, seriously, you're cooking like mad right now. And I decided to carry on that joke. And I was like, dude, I cooked too hard. I broke the oven because my computer at one point when I tried to render just froze. So I was like, Josh, help, I broke the oven. And he's like, dude, what did you do? And then as a joke after that, I said I'd bought another oven for him and that I was going to use that to continue cooking. And he's like, okay, let's see how this goes. And then I broke that one too, and he's like, dude, seriously, how many ovens are you going to go through? So, yeah. Hey Damon, how's it going? I'm doing alright. I'll be doing that Gundam stream after I just detail these stairs here. I don't know whether to do these stairs as like one long bar like this, or whether I do them as like individual sections that are cut up. Oh. I guess I'll find out. Because they have to be done either way, so... And I have to have them this size because it fits Toriel and only just fits Frisk. Oh boy. Yeah, man. There we go. But yeah, I ended up measuring these based off of where they would come up to on both Toriel and Frisk. And then I was like, okay, they're gonna be roughly just above the ankles. That's not too bad. That's kind of a natural height for them. Let's just go with that. You know. If I take that now and push that to the side. Oh no, we've got large sections of area here that have like nothing. That's not good, because then I have to find some way of filling those. Oh nice. I'd seen the stuff on the Discord. Looking really good. No. God damn it. That's... It's not even... they're not flat. Can I just... Right. So, there are a couple of issues here. One of which... The stairs don't properly seem to match up with the wall. And two, there's gaps that I need to fill in that is not something you want when you're making a set of stairs. You're gonna have to push these forwards until it makes sense, and then go from there. Maybe I do it from like there, and then I can hide the details around the edge with the top stair. So like if I do that, right, and then bring that to the side. And then we just go, hey, Classic! Be heading out in a bit. I go to the doctor's appointment today. Was doing a stream earlier. How's your day? It's been going good. I've been really hot. And now I'm just kind of like trying to get stuff done real quickly while it's nice and cold, and before I do a Gundam stream for Breaker 3 again. Dude, that doesn't actually look too bad for a set of stairs. I can just like put another one to kind of camouflage the seam there. And then we're good. I can do that. Can I bring that down a little bit? I do it like that. Take away that stir, the bottom one. Okay. Okay, that's not too crazy, and then I can just do like that. And then you convert to mesh. If I just damage that now. Oh, right, so now I've got to be careful of how much I damage it. 16? Oh, is it doing it for every individual one, or what? Hang on. Oh, no, I shouldn't have joined them, should I? Hang on. There we go. Right, so if I do make damage now. Mettaton is making me mad, because what do you mean there are no side views of him? I know, right? This is what I mean. There's like a load of fan art and actual sprite work, but sometimes you just can't see side views or other views of characters because of reasons. Meanwhile, all you can hear is Death by Glamour playing in the background. Do 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 do. I'm gonna get wrecked by Sebastian just coming in here in a moment. Do 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 boo 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 do 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 do. Next minute, it just you were singing Death by Glamour. Materia is gonna copyright strike you. Sebastian, no! Leave my channel alone! I don't even make money as it is! Careful, you don't want to get copyrighted. My taxi's here, gotta take care. Thanks, Classic! See you again. Why is that quitting off there instead of... Ah, the... Oh my god, I want to play Death by Glamour now, but I can't. Oh, what? What? No. Let's just take that back. There we go. And then 18, right? Or is it 16 for this? It might be 16. Change pattern. The idea is to have them be damaged, but not too damaged. Change pattern. That's not too bad. So what, it was 14, right? Yeah. There we go. Okay, and then all of this is going to have to be decimated later on. Just so I can save polys. Right, 14. But all this does is it chips away at the surface so everything looks natural. And then like for here, Do 15. And then just choose a different pattern and try and make it look randomized compared to everything else. Like the idea is to actually chip away at the brickwork, just not tons. He says that and then chips away at the brickwork so much you can actually see gaps in between. No! I don't want so many gaps. Let's try 14. 12. 13. That one doesn't seem too bad at the bottom. And if I take that and just put like something behind that to camouflage that, that's not too bad. That should be all of that done. So if I just run convert mesh on that so it all works. Or like I can run some detail down the side there to make up for it, or just move the wall in slightly. That'll help fix that issue. And then the rest is just like a large part of this is the floors and the roof. Once the floors are taken care of, that's fine. I can get rid of that now. And again, some of this as well will be geometry nodes. Because like there, like that. The main thing I can think of is geometry nodes and lighting, depending on how many lights are in one area. Like, I've got to remember that for this, because this is a pretty big area, so I might end up cutting the lights off between scenes. I love the way there's my cut off. But yeah, we've done alright here at the moment. Like, I'll go in and put, like, the floors in and everything later on. But that's not too bad. If I just save that and then actually do the cut off, just for a gag. Let's see what happens. Like, faces, 2 million, right? If I cut off that, what do I get? Oh, that's actually pretty good. Faces, 700,000. So if I keep that like that. The reason why I'm not doing that yet, though, is because that has a lot of the details in that I want to transfer over texture-wise, or like little bits here and there. So for the time being, yeah, it's gonna stay like that, and then hopefully everything will be good. The liner for the dress line is done. Oh, nice. Nice. Thank you very much, Sammy. Right. I'm going to get to work on this second stream. So, thank you very much, everyone. I hope you've enjoyed. I shall see you on the next one, or on the next stream, depending on what your tastes are. And, yeah, thank you very much. I've enjoyed your company. I'll see you again. Bye.